What's going on, everybody? It's Audrey here with cbcanetwork.com. Welcome back, friends, family, business owners, entrepreneurs. Welcome back to the channel. On this channel, we talk about helping entrepreneurs and business owners get access to personal and business capital, aka funding, using our simple 5-step process. This process has helped me get over $150,000 in business funding for one business and help one of my students get over $80,000 in funding and help one of my clients actually get $30,000 in funding in one day. So this process works. It's been proven. And so we want to help spread the word to as many people as we can to help you guys get funding for your business. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. It helps our content get out to a wider audience, and we appreciate the love and support. Welcome back, family. We got a good one in store tonight, man. We're going to help you guys kind of boost your business credit scores because that's the main thing that I hear a lot of people having a gripe about when it comes to business funding in regards to the business profile. So we're going to kind of touch on that tonight as you guys come into the chat, as you guys come into the live stream. Let me know where you're tapping in from, what city, what state, let me know. And we're going to get into it tonight, man. Also, for those of you who have not yet, if you have not yet taken advantage of your early bird pricing for our next one-day masterclass. Our next one-day masterclass is March 26th. This is the only masterclass that you need in order to get your blueprint for getting funding for your business, right? So if you want to know all the ins and outs on everything you need to know in order to get funding for your business in 2022, I highly suggest you take advantage of these early bird tickets, right? We have 3 different options. So we have the replay only. You don't get any of the downloads. You just get the replay inside of a Facebook group for 48 hours, right? That's $1. That's a no-brainer. So if you want access to this information, you can literally pay $1 and get access to it. Now, some people say, why don't you do it for free? But you got to invest in yourself, family. You got to invest in your education, right? I do a lot of free content here on the YouTube channel. So you can just take that and run with it, or you can pay the dollar and invest. Next, we're doing the general admission tickets for $47. So $47, you can get access to the general admission. So you'll be live on the event inside of our Facebook group. You'll have access to it, the recording for 72 hours inside of the Facebook group. And you can ask questions live during the event. Also, we have VIP. The VIP tickets are $197 on the early bird, right? So $197. You get access to all the information, right? And you are actually live with me one-on-one on the Zoom call. So we'll have a pre-call before the actual event. So we'll learn more about your business, learn more about your business funding goals, actually help you formulate a game plan, let you know what banks we're having success with in the VIP session. So you'll have one VIP session before the event at 10 a.m. And then after at 4:15 after the event on Saturday, March 26th, we'll have a whole hour of just Q&A, where it's me and you going through Q&A, going through different scenarios, helping you with your personal credit and things like that. In addition to the masterclass, everyone who gets the general admission or the VIP, you will get downloads. I forgot to mention this last week. So you will get operating agreement. You will get independent contractor agreements. You will get cease and desist agreements, trademark agreements. You'll get an operating agreement for your LLC. You'll also get 20 dispute letters. So if you have personal credit issues and you want to start fixing your personal credit yourself, we give you the letters to send to the bureaus. We give them to you. It's a part of the masterclass. Remember, this is the only blueprint that you need in order to get funded. So please, please, please don't miss out on these early bird tickets. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for you, family, but I just want to get the quick commercial out the way. Also, if you're new to building business credit and you want to know how to start building business credit, you want to get a game plan in place to get funded in the next 60 days, check out the 80 Pay Dash cheat sheet. It is a free cheat sheet where I literally take you step by step and show you how to get business funding business credit scores in as little as 45 days. Literally, we've had people in our free Facebook group get scores, in 30 days with this strategy. So make sure you get your cheat sheet. The whole strategy is laid out in there, and make sure you take advantage of that. Last thing, if you are looking for a community of like-minded individuals to help you get funding, whether you have questions, roadblocks, hurdles, credit repair, business funding, what bank is doing what. Hop inside of our free community. It's on Facebook, Business Funding Made Easy, CBCA Network, Facebook group. So definitely make sure you tap in with that, family. But that's enough for the commercials, man. How y'all been this week, man? How is everything going? Who got approvals? You know that's the first question I ask every week. Who got approvals? That's all I want to know. Because if we're not getting approvals, then we got to fix something. Okay, somebody said just sign up for Credit Strong. Credit Strong is great. I was supposed to have a meeting with them back in December. I don't know exactly what happened, but we'll figure it out. Jazz is in the building. What's going on, my brother? South Florida. Charlotte always in the building, repping hard. California's in the building. What's going on? Nasha, one of our online training students up in Iowa, representing. Birmingham in the building. Okay, we got Memphis in the house. Memphis is representing. We got Toy Battle. We haven't got to Q&A quite yet, man. So we're gonna hold off on Q&A, but we will get to your questions towards the end of the live stream. So make sure you hold those questions. We got Phoenix in the building. Love Phoenix. It's like my favorite city, man. Scottsdale, Arizona, beautiful. Sedona, Arizona, beautiful. Love it out there in Arizona, man. It's like I really want to. I don't know. I ain't told my wife this yet, but at some point I do plan to get me a place in Arizona, man. I just got to figure out this heat situation. So Reaction Blog said, what's the price for the early bird tickets? So early bird tickets, you have $1 for the replay only, $47 for general admission, and $197 for VIP. So VIP, you actually get 2 extra hours with it. So you get an hour before the live stream, and you get an hour after the live stream. So I highly would recommend VIP if you're looking to get your first $100,000 in funded Reaction Blogs. But yeah, that's that. And then Toy said, how much is the masterclass again? I'll repeat it one more time. I want to make this a sales pitch, but it's $1 for the replay. It's $47 for the general admission, and then it's $197 for VIP. But remember, VIP, you actually get 2 hours, right? So you get an hour before the call, and you get an hour after the call. So I would highly recommend VIP if possible. All right, let's get it. Granger, $1,000. There you go, Carmen. I salute you. That's big. You know, Granger reports to DNB, so that'll give you at least 1 trade line to start building your 80 paydex score in 30 days or less. So that's dope. That's dope. DR1, we're gonna get in questions in a little bit, so hold your questions, man. Please. We got you. Said Tennessee, I got brand new approval with Bank of America Business Credit for my new business, which is only a month old. BOA is on fire, y'all. If you have not applied for a BOA business credit card, now is the time. I'll just say that. Now is the time. Bank of America is on fire. Navy Federal is really on fire. And who else we was just getting approvals with? American Express. Those 3, Bank of America, American Express, and Navy Federal. You might want to hop off the live stream and go put those applications in right now. I'm just being real. If you structure your personal credit properly, you got your business profile together, I would probably hop off this live stream and go fill those applications out. But let's get into it, family. So tonight we're going to be talking about how to boost your business credit scores in 30 days. Okay, and the reason why I wanted to touch on this topic is because here's what happens when you're building your business profile. Most of us come from the background or the mindset of building your personal credit. Okay, and when we're building our personal credit, what we have to do is we have to structure it properly, right? So for those of you who are coming to our free 3-day credit repair do-it-yourself challenge, we'll talk about how to actually structure your credit report. I'll probably do a live stream here at some point, maybe before the for the free call, the free event, the free challenge. But most of us understand and we know personal credit thoroughly, right? So we know keep your balances low, pay your bills on time, make sure your payments are no less than 30 days, pay within, don't have any late payments, keep your balances under 15%, 10 to 15% utilization. We know to also make sure that we have aged accounts, so 3 to 5 years is what we're shooting for. We want to keep our inquiries below 4 on each bureau, right? And then we just want to have a good mix. We want to have about 2 to 3 installment accounts. We want to have about 4 to 5 revolving accounts, maybe 1 to 2 AUs, right? We know this as personal credit. If you subscribe to my channel, if you've heard me talk about how to structure your personal credit, we know how to structure our personal credit. But here's the problem. We take those same principles and try to apply it to building your business profile. Now, the problem with that is that the business profile works a little different. The business profile works a little different. And here's where the difference comes in. With business profiles, the business credit, right? And when we're talking about business credit, we're talking about building credit separate from your SSN, your social security number, no PG business credit profile, right? And for those of you that are new, if you're just tuning in, if you're trying to figure out how to build business credit, there are 3 main business credit bureaus that you want to focus on. There's actually 4. And actually the 4th one, Credit Safe, we are in talks to partner with them. We're working with them exclusively for our online training community. So more information will come for you guys who want to take advantage of that. But they are actually the largest. So I just want to make that clear, because I don't hear a lot of people talk about Credit Safe. Credit Safe is actually an international credit bureau, and more banks and more lenders do pull Credit Safe now than before, like Dell, BMW, who else? Mercedes-Benz, in some instances, they pull Credit Safe. Dell Computers pulls Credit Safe. But that's not I digress, right? So the main 3 that you want to focus on when you're building your business profile, which we're talking about tonight, is you want to focus on Dun & Bradstreet, business Dun & Bradstreet, business Experian, right? We know Experian from the personal, but there also is a small business Experian report and profile. So small business Experian and then small business Equifax, okay? Those are the main 3 that we want to talk about tonight and focus on. So what I want to do is I want to give you 3 vendor accounts for all 3 business bureaus that you can get easily. Literally, while you're on this call, if you're watching this on the replay, you can get these accounts easily in tier 1. Okay. So, but I want to give you the backstory. Let's think through this, right? Let's kind of understand why we're trying to build the business credit profile. And the reason is because what tends to happen, and I see this a lot in our online Facebook community, right? People say, hey, I have all these trade lines, but my score dropped, right? Because you think that you open up Quill, you open up Granger, you open up Summa Office Supplies, and all these other vendor accounts that once they report, your scores will improve. But here's the key that you have to remember. Business credit profiles work differently than personal credit, right? If you have high balances on your revolving accounts for personal credit, it takes your score. Well, the same thing can happen on business profiles. But here's the difference. Let's say you have a $10,000 American Express. Y'all like the new platinum cards? Y'all like these new platinum cards? I don't know if I'm feeling them. I don't know if I'm digging them, y'all. It's got to grow on me. But let's say you had a $10,000 American Express card, okay? And you keep a balance of $1,000. That's 10% utilization. Does everybody follow me on that? If you have a $10,000 personal credit card and you have a balance of $1,000, then you have 10% of that balance of that limit that you're using, that you actually carry the balance on. Well, business credit works a little different. Whereas when you have a personal credit card with like a Navy Federal, American Express, Chase, right? They give you a $10,000 limit, and out of that $10,000, you only use $1,000, so they give you a utilization percentage of that. Business credit, you only get credit for what you use. Here's what I mean. Let's say you had Uline, let's say you had NTB, and let's say you had a Chase business credit card. Or let's say you had a Citi credit card. Let's say you had a Citi business credit card, those 3 cards. And let's say you spent $100 with Uline, you spent $250 with NTB, and you spent $250 with Citi. So total, you spent $600. Okay. Now that then becomes your limit on your profile. So that means out of that 600, that's the most you ever spent on all your trade lines. So hopefully you guys are catching that. The difference between personal credit and business credit is that the actual amount of funding that you use on your business trade lines, your vendor accounts, your net 30s, and your revolving credit cards, that's what you get credit for. So if you had a $10,000 Citi card, but you only use 500 of that 10,000, you will only get credit for the 500, and that's per trade line. So let's say if you have 4 trade lines, you spend $250 each on those trade lines, then literally you really only have about $1,000 that you spent, right? So you spent $1,000, but let's say Uline gave you 1,000, Quill gave you 1,000, Citi gave you 10,000, and let's say Summa Office Supplies gave you 2,000. So you're thinking that out of that, whatever that amounts to, that you have in available credit based on what you use, you're keeping utilization low. But really, your utilization comes from what you actually are using. Type of 1 in the chat if you guys are following me, if you're kind of following along, or if you got questions, or if you're kind of confused. Let me know if this is making sense, right? Because we got to kind of understand the framework. So Glam with Sissy says the same works for gas cards. Yes, same thing works for gas cards. Remember, the gas cards are revolving accounts. A lot of the business credit accounts are net 30, right? And so you have an invoice due in 30 days, but then the gas cards, you can carry a balance sometimes. Now, sometimes you can't. It just depends on who the bank is, okay? So, okay, we got some ones in the chat. So just understand that when you're building your business profile, and see, a lot of people, what they do is, and this is why I wanted to kind of touch on this, is they think that because they went to Sunbelt Rentals and they went to Uline and they spent money with Uline, that when Uline reports, they report, I spent $1,000 out of, I spent $100 out of 1,000, but that's not what happens. They only report the $100 that you spent. That's all that they report. So Glenn with Sissy says, so they are just trying to see the total amount of money you gave borrowers, not what's available. Correct. They don't look at what's available. They don't care what's available. Like, so if BP MasterCard gave you a $2,000 gas card and you only spent $300 of that gas card, then that's not going to work. They're only going to give you credit for the $300. So now that we kind of understand that, what I want to do is I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to bring up my screen. Is I kind of want to break down some vendor accounts that you can spend high limits or you can spend high amounts with and start to boost your business credit scores. And the reason why I want to kind of break these down is because not a lot of people are aware of these vendors. And the beauty of coming to the one-day masterclass, again, not to make this a sales pitch, but when you come to the masterclass, we actually give you over 100 different vendor accounts that report to the bureaus, okay? So you have a list of tier 1 accounts. You get over like 40 of those. We give you like almost 40 tier 2 accounts, right? And these are accounts that you can actually spend with, and they report to the bureau, right? Let's kind of go get into some ones for, let's start with DNB, right? So here are 3 DNB business credit trade lines that you could spend over $200. Ideally, when you're building your business profile, the more you spend with a vendor, the better. And that's in tier 1. Ideally, in tier 1, you want to get to spend of at least $1,000 to $2,000. You want to say somewhere in that range, and that's across all your net 30. So if you have 4 net 30s, and you spent $250 with each net 30 vendor, and they reported that to the bureaus, that's $1,000 that you spent. So you want to get to anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 in tier 1, meaning you have 5 trade lines or less. That's how I kind of gauge tier 1. When you don't have more than 5, I consider you in tier 1. If you have more than 5, you kind of move into tier 2. Now, the tiers don't necessarily matter on what you do or don't get approved for. I've seen people who get approved for the Synchrony Amazon Net 55, and they only got like 1 or 2 trade lines. They don't even have scores yet on their business profile. So the amount of years in business matters a lot too with the business profile, but that's another story for another day. So let's talk about the Dun & Bradstreet accounts that I like to build business credit in 30 days. And that's NTB. That's the first one, right? So let me get right. National tire and battery. And it could be called Tire Kingdom, depending on your area. So if you're in Texas, West Coast, this may be Tire Kingdom. It may not be NTB. Where I'm at here based in Charlotte, we have both. So we have Tire Kingdom and we have NTB. But now I think here in Charlotte, they just switched everything over to NTB, National Tire and Battery. Which shout out to them. I got a vlog coming for you guys. So if you subscribe to the channel, I got a vlog coming out about NTB. So I actually had to use my trade line. But it's all good, man. But I spelled national all the way wrong. So NTB is the first one. So I like NTB. Whoops. And then the next one that we want to build, and these are vendor accounts that report fast within 30 days. So these are, let's say you go and get oil change and alignment. Usually at NTB, I spend about $140. And I usually will get the premium oil. So with tax and everything, it comes out to like 180 something, almost 200. So NTB reports to Dun & Bradstreet, okay? So NTB is the first one. The next, let's go with Quill. Now, with Quill, what I like to do is I will order a printer. Anytime I need to order a printer, I usually try to use my Quill Net 30 for that. Because printers usually run about $200 to $250, right? If you get the inkjet or the laser printers or whatever the case may be. Usually those run about $200 to $250. So if you can spend $200 on Quill, and again, I know for some of us as business owners, small business owners, that may be a stretch. But just think about it like this. As you move along in your journey, it will serve you well to kind of build a strong foundation. So the more that you can spend in tier one, remember, we're trying to get from $1,000 to $2,000 is spent across all of our business trade lines in tier one. Because when we get to that $1,000 to $2,000, then it allows you to go to Sam's and get the $8,000 to $10,000 to $12,000 store cards and MasterCards, okay? So just keep that in mind. And then the last one for DNB, of course, NAV. We know NAV reports to all three business bureaus. And the reason why I put NAV in there is because you can still get one NAV account, right? We teach you guys a 2 NAV account hack. I got some new secret sauce on how to actually go about getting that. So for those of you who are registered for the one-day masterclass, you will get the secret sauce on the NAV accounts, okay? I got an actual relationship with NAV now. So we're going to be doing some business with them guys. So it's going to be dope. I'm definitely hyped up about this next masterclass. I got some new banks. I got the NAV hacks. We got the sauce coming for this next one, man. So if you register for this next one, man, or if you've been to any of the other ones, man, you in store for a treat too. So DNB, spend $250 on these 3. And you should be good. Now, NAV, you're probably going to spend about $150 if you do quarterly payment. I think it comes out to like $150 something. I can't remember. But the key here is to boost your credit scores in 30 days. You can do this in 30 days, right? We teach you the 80 PDX and 60-day strategy, but you can actually do it in 30 days with these vendors right here, right? We gave you a list of the best 5 last week, but some of those take a little time to report. So just keep that in mind. So let's talk about Experian business profile, okay? And here are the 3 that I like to build the business Experian profile. So whenever I'm working with people one-on-one, or if they got questions and we're working together, one-on-one, I always bring these trade lines up because these are trade lines that literally in 30 days can pop on your business Experian report, and you can spend higher limits. Remember, you want to spend $1,000 to $2,000. Okay, so Chase. Remember, Chase reports to the business bureaus. They report to business Experian. So the Chase business cards, they report to the bureaus, and with Chase, you get higher limits. When you get approved for Chase cards, usually you're getting 10, 15, 20K, right? I have a $10,000 business Chase Inc. credit card that they just increased the limit to 18,000. I didn't even ask. They increased it to 18,000. So Chase reports to the business bureaus. Now you can spend $1,000 on marketing. You can spend $1,000 on coaching, hiring a consultant. maybe getting with my homie Jack the God and getting your graphics together, your website. You can figure out a way to spend $1,000 on your Chase card. That $1,000 then now reports to business experience. All right, so that's a hack, so to speak, to get an Experian trade line. Now you will have the person guarantee. We know this. You know, any of the big banks, you're gonna have the person guarantee. So just keep that in mind as well. And then let's look at another Experian trade line. Navy Federal. I have the Navy Federal Business Go Reward Card. It reports to Business Experience also. So you can get the Chase Business Inc. and the Business Navy Federal card. Those two business credit cards report to Business Experience. And why am I highlighting those two on Business Experience? Because remember, a lot of people will say, well, hey, I got all these trade lines, I'm opening them up, but my score dropped to 60. Well, your score dropped to 60 because you have high utilization on your profile, right? You got 3 accounts and you've only spent $600 across all 3. You have high utilization on your business profile. If you can open that up with the Chase Inc., right? You spend $1,000 on Chase. Let's say you spent $600 total on the 3 that you had on Experian, and you spend $1,000 with Chase. Now that opens up your utilization. Now you maybe spend $1,500 with Navy, open it up your utilization. Remember, you want to get to about $1,000 to $2,000 on each business bureau. Okay, so you can do Navy Federal, you can do Chase, and then the other Experian trade line that I like, Crown Office Supplies. So I'll put a link in the description. Below for you to sign up for your Crown Office Supplies account. I like Crown Office Supplies a lot. And we talked about them last week. Get the snack packs. If you want to just kind of cheap out and get, $100 worth of snacks for you and the family, I would go that route with Crown Office Supplies. They do offer like stationery. I want to say they offer merch as well. But I would say if you're looking for merch, there's another trade line I like. We'll talk about in a minute. But these 3 trade lines on Experian will boost your business credit scores in 30 days. Trust me, family. If you get the Chase Inc., you get the Navy Federal, and you get the Crown Office Supplies card, those 3 will get you where you need to be on your business credit profile. Remember, for the Sam's Club MasterCard, you need to be somewhere around 70, 75 or higher on Experian and have an 80 paydays. So just keep that in mind, family. And then lastly, let's talk about Business Equifax. Here are the 3 that can boost your Business Equifax score in 30 days, okay? So let me see if my screen, I think my screen might be a little, all right, let's do that. Cool. So let's talk about the 3 that you can build on Business Equifax. And again, NAV, like we said, we want to do the NAV loan builder plan for quarterly. So I'm going to put a note. I'm going to put an asterisk. Quarterly plan. All right. So the business, you want to get the NAV business loan builder plan with your SBSS score on the quarterly payment. All right. So the quarterly payment. Let me put that. Quarterly payment, right? So NAV reports to Business Equifax, Business Experience, and Dun & Bradstreet. So NAV again comes into play. So that's really a 3-for-1 when you get the NAV account. So I'll put a link in the description as well for NAV. You can sign up with that link in the description for nav.com and get set up with the quarterly plan. So I like the quarterly plan for the business loan builder. If you had to pick between the boost or the loan builder, I always go with the loan builder plan because they're going to give you an SBSS score. All right, so then the next one is Business T-Shirt Club. They report to Business Equifax. Now, this is the trade line that I like for merch. If you're looking to get merch for your business, we had one of our students, I think he had ordered some shirts for his logistics company. He used Business T-Shirt Club. The process is pretty smooth. I think you put down half or whatever you order. And they have pretty decent brands too. Like we're actually coming out with our merch for our for CBCA Network, and they use some top tier manufacturers. Like there's no just, they're not just using the Fruit of the Loom stuff. They have real deal, top of the line manufacturers. at Business T-Shirt Club. So if you're looking for merch, or if you have an apparel line, or you're looking for a way to kind of scale into your apparel business, I would definitely check out Business T-Shirt Club. And they report to the bureau. So if you spend $300 with Business T-Shirt Club, they will report to Business Equifax. Okay, I think you just have to put down like 50% deposit for them to complete the order, and then the rest is due in 30 days. And then lastly, one of my favorites, and another one I'll link inside of the description, Summa Office Supplies. Now, the reason why I like Summa Office Supplies is because they report to Business Equifax in Tier 1. Not a lot of vendors really report to Business Equifax in Tier 1, right? So for those of you who are in our online training program, or if you've heard me talk about business credit, whether we did a free strategy call in the past, you know that I talk about Summa Office Supplies being a sleeper for their Business Equifax profile. A lot of people say they're struggling with their Business Equifax profile, right? And banks do look at that, right? Ally looks at it. PNC looks at it. First National Bank looks at it. A lot of banks look at that Business Equifax profile, okay, family? So don't sleep on that one. Don't neglect it. Don't just brush it off to the side and worry about DMB. You need to focus on all three, right? If you're learning from someone and they're not teaching you how to build all three, I'll leave it at that. But that's pretty much this on boosting up your business profile scores in 30 days. Okay. Remember, we're just trying to get 4 accounts on all 3 business bureaus. That's a solid profile. Okay. That's a solid business profile on all 3 business bureaus. But you can do this in 30 days. Okay. And the reason why you want to kind of build each individual profiles, because you don't know which profile the bank is going to pull. Some local banks pull DMB. A lot of the bigger banks, they use the SPSS score, like a TD Bank. They're going to pull the SPSS score. That's a blended profile. That's a blended score. They blend your personal experience and your business experience. So that's a blended score that they're pulling. And they pull both experience reports, business experience and personal experience. So you need to boost both of them. I just gave y'all some game, okay? So just understand that, right? It's free 99. It's on the house. You ain't even have to come to the masterclass, all right? So just make sure, if you are thinking about coming to the one-day masterclass, take advantage of those early bird tickets, because they go off sale on Friday, family. I try to give incentive to action takers. So if you're watching this and you're an action taker, you are going to get a discount, right? And when you come to the masterclass, we're going to give you 40, like we said, we got over 40 tier 1 vendors, over 40 tier 2s. We got a list of like tier 3s, et cetera, et cetera. So we give you all the vendors that you need, all right? So just understand that you can get this done in 30 days. You don't have to necessarily go the 80 Paydex cheat sheet route. I like the 80 Paydex cheat sheet route because it minimalizes you having to do any extra work. With these, some of these you will have to PG, okay? So the Chase, the Navy Federal, the Crown Office Supplies is pretty easy to get in tier 1. NAB is pretty easy. Some of these you can get, but in order to do it on all 3 business bureaus, you will need a PG. So you will need to structure your personal credit. Again, we are going to be having our 3-day do-it-yourself credit repair challenge. More details to come next week. But it will be this month in March before our masterclass. It is a free event. All you have to do is sign up for the waiting list, and you'll get an email with the link for the Zoom call for the 3 days that we'll be hosting it. But in the meantime, you want to start doing this now. And that's what we're going to be teaching you guys at the one-day event. When you come to the one-day masterclass, you will get a breakdown on how to actually build your business profile to where it makes sense and streamline. You want to make sure it's streamlined. You want to do it efficiently. But other than that, family, that's pretty much it. Let's take a few questions. I don't have my watch on. I don't know why I keep looking at my wrist, knowing I don't have my watch on. But let's go ahead and take some questions. And also, family, let me put this in the chat, man. If you guys want to ask questions, I invite you, as long as you have good audio and lighting, let's go ahead and hop on live. Let's go ahead and I'm putting the link in the chat. I want you guys to hop on a live stream with me. Cam up. Let's start having one-on-one interactions where you don't have to necessarily, it's no paywall. It's me out here just giving game for free, right? Come on live, cam up, ask your questions, okay? Glenn with Sissy said, how long is the replay for $1? It is 48 hours. So you get access to it for 48 hours. But I mean, there's no questions or anything like that. But you get the replay. Let me kind of go back through. So Belinda said, what I don't understand is how I get 100% utilization when I don't have a limit. That's the thing. You only get credit for what you use, Belinda. Hopefully that makes sense. If you spend $100, that's what you get credit for, even if you don't have a limit. It doesn't matter if Quill didn't give you a limit. If you only spend $100 with that vendor, they're only going to report the $100. So hopefully that makes sense. Glenn with Sissy says, so they are seeing the total amount of money you gave borrowed, not what's available. That's correct. They're only looking at what you've used on your gas card, only what you use on your Chase card, only what you use with Quill. If you spent $300 with Quill, you get credit for the $300. It's not like personal credit where it's $300 out of $10,000, which is what's that? It's like 3%. So yeah. Let's see. Dr. Warren said, damn, I was hoping to build business credit by spending low amounts as I usually am buying things I need. Well, I mean, you can still do it with the zero APR cards, right? The Chase Inc. is zero APR. The Navy Federal, they report to Experian. The Citi AA Advantage business card reports to Dun & Bradstreet and Experian. So you can still do it, Dr. One. You just have to spend, I say 1,000. Anything over 250 is gonna put you in the game on the business profile. Texas has NTB, yes. So NTB, I think they're moving away from the Tire Kingdom. I think it's going exclusively to National Tire and Battery. I mean, I guess it just kind of makes sense. It's got more of a ring to it, National Tire and Battery. But yeah. So James says, anyone get an account with Discount Tire? I think we have that application in our free Facebook group. But if not, I'll make sure to post it in there. But I do have the application to apply for the Net 30 with Discount Tire. Yep. Carmen said, do you have to spend that amount every month? Ideally, 60 days is all you need. Ideally, 60 days should be the threshold. So I wouldn't say every month, just for the first 60 days until it reports, and then kind of evaluate it from there. Somebody said dropping gems. Yep. Let's see. Family T Transport said, I appreciate all the information. Yeah, absolutely, man. Like I said, we got way more to cover when you guys come to the one-day event on March 26th. Pedro said, when can we pull all of it out? I don't understand that question. Can you elaborate just a little bit, Pedro? What you mean by when can we pull all it out? I'm not sure. Family T Transport said, I have a store card with Sam's Club, Walmart experience, Walmart experience, nothing but a 60. Do you think I still should apply for the MasterCard or wait until I hit 75? Yeah, I would say spend about $1,000, $1,500 before you apply for that MasterCard. And yeah, if you can get the higher the experience score, the better chances of getting a MasterCard. So hopefully that helps. Carmen said, Business Credit Central has a plan for $12 a month that reports $2,500. I signed up, hasn't yet. I'll update you, but just keep in mind that $12 that $12 may be what they report. Sip of water, family. Whew. Sorry about that, but just keep in mind that's maybe what they report. Let's see. Family Transport says, have Sam's Club store? Oh, he already asked that question. All right, we're going to take this last question. I'm going to bring up a special guest, and we're going to get out of here shortly, family. Real quick, let me answer this question. Somebody said, what's the name of the Facebook group? It is Business Funding Made Easy. So you just go to Facebook, type in Business Funding Made Easy, CBCA Network, and it'll pop right up. Also, if you are thinking about registering for the next one-day masterclass, just text the letters EZ to 980-825-4360, and we can get you access to those to sign up and register for that. Let's see. This is the last question we'll do, and then we're gonna bring up a special guest from my brother Rev. It says, I am gonna become an AU on two of my mom's cars. Do you think it is good or bad if she's had it for longer than I've been alive? Like she has a 26-year-old car and I'm 20. No, the age is perfect. If she has a 26-year-old car account that she kept open, one thing I would add though, and you know, we kind of touch on this in the one-day masterclass, is that you have different tier banks. You have tier 1 banks, you have tier 2, tier 3. So I don't know what card it is, but I would say if it's not a tier 1 or tier 2 AU, I would consider maybe not being added, even though it's a 26-year-old card. If it's a tier 4, something like a Synchrony or Elon Financial, I wouldn't have them add you to it. So just make sure that it's bank issued first and foremost. So if it's Citi, Bank of America, Chase, then you're good to go. If it's a 26-year-old card. But yeah, that's what I would do. Because even if you get added to a 26-year-old AU, if it's a JCPenney card or Victoria's Secret or something like that, it's not really beneficial. Even though you get the age. Sorry about that, y'all. But let me bring my brother Rev up, man. We're gonna bring him on the panel, man. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, brother? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. We can hear you perfect, man. How's everything going, man? It's sunny in Florida, man.
Man, enjoying it. How was your birthday?
Man, it was good, man. Just kicked it with the wife, man. We was hanging out, man. Went out, had a fun time, man, and ain't really do too much, man. Honestly, just did some work, man, in the lab, working on this new program, and just trying to add value to the community, man.
Yeah, man. Same here.
Absolutely. So, what's going on with you, man?
Nothing, man. I looked at my business on my experience side, and it dropped down, and so I went in to see why and its utilization. So that's one thing that I don't think people notice too as well, that your score on the business side could still fluctuate with utilization. So
Now, when you say utilization, was it that Costco card, or do you know which trade line it was?
I'm looking at it right now. Okay. I think it's probably my Chase. Because I maxed it out to pay back, to see if I can get an automatic increase on that. So
Chase. One thing I did is I kept a small balance with Chase for a couple months. I didn't necessarily immediately pay it in full. So if you max it out, maybe don't pay it out. So let's just say, you had a $10,000 card with Chase, maybe max out $8K and then pay back like $75.
Right.
The reason why I'm saying that is because when they report it, they're going to report that $8K, right? And then every month after that, they're going to report the $5. So now it's going to look like you see what I'm saying? Like you get the big spin on the report, right? When you max it out, but then over time, it's just going to be sitting there, and then it'll give you, higher limit.
Yeah, that's what I did too, because I was trying to get that max spend for the welcome bonus. So I maxed it out for that. So
how much is the bonus now?
It was 75K.
75K. Point.
Yeah. So right now I'm trying to figure out some way how I can make my I got the Amex Platinum. I was trying to figure out how I can make the minimum spend on that one. That one is $15,000.
Oh, we got some plays. Yeah, we got a link, Rev. So you already know. We got some plays.
Yeah,
we can run some plays to get you. I mean, if it's 15K, we got some plays. We can
link up with me. So
yeah. I got you, man. I've been working on this new program, man. So I kind of been
me too, man. We're trying to spread this word, man. I'm trying to build mine on the other side too, as well. Trying to get it out, get everything in right. So I got a couple of announcements for you too, man.
Okay, so what's up?
I got last week or 2 weeks ago, I got the home and decor in-store credit. They gave me the line of credit in store for 5K.
Flooring decor.
But then, yeah, floor and decor. And I was like, I'm trying to do some projects, some renovation. This not enough, so I applied for the credit card.
Mm-hmm.
So they ended up giving me the credit card for 15K.
Gotcha. So you got
So
both.
so I got both. Right.
Woo.
So then my eye was on Sam's Club because I got denied first time when I was in tier 1.
Yeah.
So I went back last week and got the Sam's Club for 85K now. So so I'm pretty much there.
Yeah.
So
that's
I'm in a spot now that I have a good problem. That's why I need to connect with you.
Yeah.
I got all this. I got the funding now. Now I got to find out what to do with it.
Oh yeah. Nah, that's easy, man. We got plays for that, man. So
yeah.
You'll definitely be hearing more because I definitely want you to be a part of this new program, man. Because like I said, we're gonna ramp it up. Man. We're trying to ramp things up a little bit, man. Move at a different pace. We do a lot of the free stuff on YouTube, but we're gonna definitely deep dive. So yeah, we'll definitely be in touch.
Anytime, brother. I rock with you. That's how it is.
Absolutely.
So we're trying to spread this word. So
you got to, man. But yeah, man, that's big, man. That's some good approvals too because I'm actually I got some blog content I'm gonna be doing. I'm actually doing a property. I'm gonna put it on Airbnb, so I'll be doing the same process, just kind of documenting because it's one thing to like do the live and tell you, hey, I did X, Y, Z, but it's another thing to kind of see it in real time. You know what I mean?
So show the proof of it, man.
Yeah, not even necessarily the proof per se. It's more so just to see like what comes in between. So I applied here, I had to wait, and then I got this letter. You know what I'm saying? Like all the in between stuff. But sometimes, like even today, I got an email. A young lady said that she applied for the BP gas card and she got denied. Whatever. So even things like that, sometimes people get tripped up and they stop there. But it's like, wait a minute, let's figure out. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, we'll definitely link this week or probably next week, man. I definitely want to connect with you, man. I got to run some ideas by some things I've been thinking about for.
Yeah, man. So I got, as I mentioned, I'm working here on my end too, man. So once I get my channel and stuff up launched, I'll reach out to you, man. We can collaborate and do some stuff, brother.
Oh yeah. I'll definitely come on in and get some sauce, bro.
I hear you, man. I hear you. All right, brother. I'll text you this week, man.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of your week, man.
You too, man. Take it easy.
Right.
Shout out to my brother Rev, man. That's my guy, man. Good peoples, man. Y'all definitely make sure y'all subscribe to his channel when he drop his channel. And he gonna give you the game, okay? So, other than that, family, man, I think we're gonna wrap this one up, man. We definitely gave y'all some sauce tonight. Again, as always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We do these weekly live streams, so make sure you hit your notification bells. We do this every week, 8 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays, we here. Also, again, for those of you who have not yet registered, make sure you get registered for our next one-day masterclass. It is March 26th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern. We do have early bird tickets available till Friday. So Friday at 5 p.m., the early bird prices go away. We have general admission, we have VIP, and we have $1 replay access. So make sure you get registered for that. Text the letters EASY to 980-825-4360 to get registered. And yeah, family, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Hopefully you got some game from this tonight. If you got some good game from this tonight, definitely type a 1 in the chat. I just want to see, type a 1 in the chat if you feel like tonight was a good, you got some game. You got some solid information that you can take from tonight and go execute and implement immediately. Type a 1 in the chat. I want to see something. Okay, we got some ones. Okay. Ones. Yeah. Ones. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we just try to bring the value, man. Give you guys the sauce, give you the plays, so you can go out and execute, family. Because remember, it's not really about the information. The how-tos don't matter. That's why we didn't really get into the how-tos on how to apply for any of this. The how-tos don't matter. It's the why behind it. The whys is what matters, family. So, I wish you much success in your life and in your business. Shout out to the Duru, my brother. But yeah, man, y'all go out, execute, crush it. If you're looking to get signed up for the one-day masterclass, make sure you text the letters EASY to 980-825-4360 to get your early bird tickets. We want to make sure that we reward action takers, people who take action when they're looking for information, looking for guidance, looking for execution. And yeah, we definitely appreciate you guys. And we will see you guys here next Wednesday again, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you watch this replay. If you didn't catch the gym tonight, you're gonna probably have to watch this replay a few times. But other than that, we'll see you guys next week on the next one. All right. Talk soon.